I'm very much in favor of the amendment as it currently stands, because unfortunately, I understand that if a student chooses to leave the Louisville area after they're done with their tenure at the university, that's their own decision. But now we're saying that, okay, this entire school, every student at Speed School then will essentially leave with a year and a half of time at the rec center. That's a little less than $150 that each of them is going to have to spend extra. That at least I know that given my year, it's actually very rare for a student in my year to stay in Louisville. The engineering jobs are so small picking. There's maybe about a quarter of my classes staying here in Louisville, and so just for my year, that would be 3/4 of my school that had to pay $150, and money's really tight right now, especially for a student. That's $150 that they don't get to see anything of. And I think that the way it's worded right now, because right now, in order to get out of the meal plan, you have to be outside of a certain distance of Louisville. I think this is the exact same thing. If you're outside a certain distance of Louisville, you can't make use of the rec center. You don't have to pay the $48.50. And I think it's, that's the way I'd like to see this go, so that way that an entire school doesn't seem to be placed under the same slate of you have to pay this $150. You may or may not see any profit or any return on it.
Okay, Dean Martis.
A question and then just information. And I asked Travis if he wasn't sure because it's been a while since he's been undergraduate. Speed school students. Speed school students. When you're on your co-ops, do you currently pay tuition and fees, or do you pay a smaller amount when you're on your co-ops? How's that work like?
You pay for, you enroll in 8 hours. You're a part.
2 hours,
so
you're
you're
considered full-time.
You're considered full-time. You do not pay full-time tuition.
So I think that would be the same kind of thing. If you're on co-op, whether it would be fall, spring, or summer, because you all rotate through your co-ops, if you're not paying that amount, and if Mike Curtin was here, who's Vice President for Finance, he worked the pro forma out on how much revenue it would generate, the one that's kind of the appendix at the end. He could probably tell you, but we may be debating, at least on the co-op piece, a point that you wouldn't be paying it anyway. I'm not sure of that, but that's kind of why I was asking that question, because then if you're not paying, you all would rotate through that, so you wouldn't be paying extra because you have those semesters that would be out on co-op.
See, it kind of follows. Speed school co-ops kind of follow. I'm
just trying to make sure that the information. I'm not sure.
You are a full-time student, and currently, if you're in Louisville, in the Louisville area, you can go to the rec center anytime you want. The one that we have right now, if you're a Speed school co-op, because you're a full-time student.
Right.
So,
well, it doesn't have to be a full-time student. Even a part-time student can use rec center. So, however that's coded in the system, even if you're paying a smaller fee, if you're a student. And that's why part-time students prorate. Obviously, it would take you longer to get your degree, but a part-time student right now could use the rec center. So even if you're coded that way and paying it, and you may be listed as full-time, but you may not. What I'm saying is the pro forma may not be building that in, and it seems reasonable. And I don't know what the numbers on that, how that would work out. There's probably going to be semantics on this that are going to have to be worked out in future SGAs as far as logistics. It seems reasonable if somebody's on co-op and they're not in Louisville, if they're up in Rhode Island or something, that the university can figure out a way to work that out. But I don't know the exact numbers to that.
Mike, you're next. But
I will.
believe it or not, you are. No, I'm sorry. I didn't cross people off the list. Paul, you're next. Okay.
And I guess, well, first of all, I just wanted to echo what Martin said again, that it seems very reasonable to me. And of course, the university will work this out in the long run. But we just need to, it's only a recommendation to go together. And we just want to suggest that students who physically cannot use it aren't forced to. But also just on the money making side, I guess I'm not studying abroad as well. And when you're doing that, a lot of times you have to fund a lot of your own room and board on set trips and everything. So I mean, being slammed with a $50 semester fee really doesn't make money either for them too. And we're really trying to encourage studying abroad this year. So I think not attending would be counterintuitive.
Allison? Okay. We're going to vote to vote. All right? And I, on this vote, says you want to go ahead and vote on the amendment, not the whole document, the amendment. And nay means you want to keep talking about it. All right? All those in favor of moving this vote, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay.
Nay.
Are there any abstentions? In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. We're going to vote. All those in favor of the amendment as it reads right here, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Nay.
Division?
Any abstentions? All right, division. How do you want a roll call?
Sure, why not?
All right. Paul, you can call me out.
No.
Okay, we're going to do a roll call vote then.
President Hunter,
Yay.
Vice President Sangoy, Senator Diggs, Senator Donlin, Senator Girard,
Yay.
Senator Robinson,
Yay.
Senator Schuler, Senator Smith,
Nay.
President Baldock,
Nay.
Point of information, a vote of yea is in favor of the
Yes,
amendment.
sir.
Okay.
Senator Warren, Vice President Purdy, for proxy.
You're a proxy when they say their name, you vote.
Senator Hammond, Senator Nasseri, President Pape, President Shane,
Yay.
Vice President Hatfield,
Yay.
Senator Gardner,
Yay.
Senator McCoy,
Yay.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
President Lewis. Speak up, please, when you're giving your vote. President Lewis,
No.
Vice President Redmond,
Yay.
Senator Greenwell,
No.
President Cameron, President Hunzinger, Vice President Spraggins,
Yay.
Senator Spencer,
Yay.
President Sager, sorry,
No.
Senator Cornwell,
Yay.
Senator Mick,
Yay.
President Galt,
Yes, sir. Pass that puppy.
Vice President Mercer,
Nay.
Senator Meyer, Senator Sharma. Linda, you said nay, right?
Correct.
President Dennis,
Yay.
Vice President Smithson,
Yay.
Senator Forrester. Okay. Are you Senator? Oh, just, sorry, I didn't see that. President Humpton. And Senator Patel's proxy. Seven yeas.
Okay. 27 yeas, passes.
Yay.
All right. Is there any more discussion on the document itself? Is there, okay, we're voting to vote again, I'm sorry. All those in favor of voting on the document as it stands, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Nay.
Are there any abstentions?
Hmm.
In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The document passes.
No.
Oh. Good job, now move on to the Chick-fil-A resolution. Okay. I need a motion to approve the document. If you're leaving, if you can do so quietly, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the document? There's a motion, is there a second? All right, we'll open it for discussion. Steve, go ahead.
All right, E-Board passed this resolution at our last meeting with a certain stipulation, and I don't know if it's a friendly amendment or if somebody's gonna have to propose it. When we discussed it, I don't think there's any debate as to whether or not the idea of this document is something that SGA wants to stand for. It's just how we go about doing so. And we felt like passing a document or a resolution that we knew would not be accepted by either administration or Sodexo would almost decrease our credibility as an SGA as an organization. And so we felt like it would be better to give them a more viable solution, per se, to the situation. And so Chick-fil-A gets their revenue in two ways, is my understanding and was our understanding in the room. One is by the business that Chick-fil-A basically brings to the table. And so only people who pay for Chick-fil-A, who eat Chick-fil-A, are paying into Chick-fil-A. And they also get some of the overflow money that Sodexo has at the end of the year that goes to the vendors on campus. And so we felt like maybe instead of saying that students should be able to opt out of the meal plan if they don't agree with Chick-fil-A's business practices, if we say that students in general do not approve of our overflow money going to Chick-fil-A. And that was the major sort of change that we chose to make instead of saying that students would be able to opt out of the meal plan. So I don't know if that's friendly or, sorry?
Is that changed in here?
No, it's not changed in here.
I would accept it as friendly if it was kept the same, except it was worded that. However, if Chick-fil-A were to be, or if Sodexo were to be willing to keep student overflow money from benefiting Chick-fil-A, then we don't recommend it as meal plan exemption. It's essentially leaving meal plan exemption on the table, but say, but if you're willing to do this, then that's acceptable.
I need an E-board person to
I'm sorry,
agree or not agree.
I didn't hear what you said, Paul.
Well, what I was saying was just leave it like it is in that we recommend it be an exemption to the meal plan unless Sodexo decides to allow us to not let student overflow money go towards Chick-fil-A. So it's essentially the same thing you will propose, except it's still leaving it should be an exemption unless this happens on the table.
Can I make a comment on that real quick? Like am I able to say something or?
Yeah.
Okay. The whole, I really do believe in everything that this initiative, resolution is trying to do. The issue that I take with it is, I'll go ahead and argue the case of Sodexo for this, because I remember back before we had Sodexo, meal options here on campus were kind of crappy. And then Sodexo came in. They brought in much better quality of service, in my opinion. And their stipulation for this is the meal plan. The meal plan is how they guarantee that they make their money. And right now, it's actually pretty difficult if you're not going on a co-op or something out of town to get the meal plan exemption. And I'm really worried about this being something that gets abused by students. And if it is abused by students, that in turn means less guaranteed money for Sodexo and potentially a lower quality of service for students. And that's why I really wouldn't want to see something, because there's no way for you to prove how much you dislike Chick-fil-A's practices. It's really just your opinion. You can go in and say, I disapprove of Chick-fil-A's practices, and if this passes, then they'll be like, okay, well, there's $1,000, however much it is, 14, that doesn't go to Sodexo. And if enough students realize this, and enough students are not honest enough with the university about it, then that could potentially hurt the quality of service that they receive from Sodexo. That's my issue with that.
So with that being said, the thing going on right